as they dash on in. Fidinho first up to bat into the Cloud burst with the tailwind as Cloud finds yet another. They only find 1 and 2 fall. Now it's just Meadow on this Cypher to try and challenge. Will find Arch, 73 HP, and the timer's ticking away, but the timer will not end the round. Instead, it's Dinks with the headshot on the Ghost. The excellent backup there on the crossfire, controlling the approach. The Vodafone Giants will not go down without a fight here, but Duno dismantles them. 2 more still on site to deal with. The Cloud finds a double of his own. Dinks looks for it, but Duno racks up the triple. NAVI, 2-0.
Early recon dart out, doesn't actually see anything. I don't know if SSK is gonna know that David P is right around the corner. He can get one of them, but Ambi's there to trade. And that wasn't what NAVI were looking for as Vodafone continued to clean up, and there's just 2 players of NAVI left already.
Meadow doing work in the mid with that Cypher, trying to open it up, control the ground.
Everybody else, like, losing those weapons, losing that money for the team. He gets the kill, but he can't quite land the second one onto Fidinho. Leaves Cloud on his own. He can collect the spike. But again, it's all about the face checking here.
Moving for more. Fidinho around the corner. Holds his nerve. Gets the headshot. Now it's even Stevens on the scoreline. 2 and 2. Highly valuable here. David P on the face again. He wins it. Triple kill.
No more hunting. Oh, well, that didn't take too long for him to clean up at the end there.
It's only 2 players left. SSK and Dinks trying to hold it. Fidinho up close and personal. End of the barrel down his throat. Gonna blow him out. And we'll start to pull on through. The rest of the squad comes back in, and it's the Vodafone Giants to get the retake. The defuse comes out. They won't even give it over to Meadow. They were gonna get that Hunter's Fury back towards Ambi, get him closer to it. And it hasn't really come up smelling a mint just yet. NAVI able to go 1 for 1 so far on the trade, but Meadow holds face against the second 2. Arch finally taken down, but the damage is done. 2 players standing. The res is invested here. NAVI don't want to let it go. Fidinho nearly lands the flick shot there.
Coming into this next fight nice and strong. These players from NAVI have got to look at all these different angles with Cloud removed. That also makes it so much easier for Vodafone to clear up. They only have to look in one direction at that point. NAVI a little bit overwhelmed there in that round, John.
And yet again, they give the defuse over to Ambi, just slowly accruing those points to economic strength. But if you're going to lose players like to a sneaky position from David P, might be a little bit harder. Meadows there, finds 1 more. And Hoodie gets yet another 2 now left standing. Coming in for NAVI as they try and move all the way up to site. They have got there, but they're trapped underneath. And they are completely surrounded. There's no way they get out of this. They drop down and Ambi finds 1. Up top it's Dinks towards heaven, but not really too much more to do. Vodafone Giants 6 and 3. The Vodafone Giants, and they will be allowed in. Hoodie getting scanned out, needs to slow it. David P's there as well. A lot of damage from the shock dart. SSK finds David P, confirms that kill. As Dinks gets it on the crossfire. 12 seconds left, and they need to be worried about Hoodie. Just needs to slow them down just a little bit. Only 1 kill found. Now with 6 seconds left on the clock, they're able to get back in and get that spike planted. The ankles are spotted again. Looking for exit frags. Trying to limit NAVI's economy a little bit more than it already was, but that's not going to be effective. Arch nails it. And they want to put that 6th up on the board for them. Try and equalize. 2 players still standing. Cloud burst over towards main, controlling these lines.
Last player standing.
Trying to get those peaks with Cloud spots Ambi, and they know exactly where Fidinho is playing. They have his number to the T. And 6 and 6 is the half. Has to take care of the darts, and actually David P dealt with on the flank as well. Now it's just Hoodie and Meadow, and now it's just Meadow, but he's not going to be able to get too much more done. NAVI with an excellent fast retake there to be able to close things down. They find those mistakes and they exploit them. A good start to the defense.
Another lead for them. This is how the first half started. NAVI did have that lead, but what I want to be seeing in this next round is not an overinvestment.
I mean, you might as well go for the retake, I suppose. Cloud trying to move forward, so's Dinks, actually. They're looking towards A main, waiting for the pop-up. And Cloud actually nails the shot there. A little bit more damage, but it's seen too that that's the only damage that gets done. Again.
Towards Fruit Market, but you can see the Vodafone now. They're actually turning their attentions over towards A. SSK's kind of cornered here.
We'll be able to take down Fidinho though, and that's the knives going down with it. 2 more kills come on through, but Arch able to trade, taken out, and now it's 3 versus 2. Vodafone Giants with 3 in the post plant.
Bot coming back.
And they're coming up against Dinks and Cloud, the Sova and the Killjoy. Not too long left to go. They haven't really got control of A main right now, and there's no real way they can block it. A really solid position for David P. If there's one way he's going to do it, it's going to be from there, but it's traded off. And the time should be just right for Dinks to be able to get this defuse.
Yeah, he's got it.
Now they're going to try and put the... oh, no. Goodness me. Every ult's getting thrown at the wall to see what sticks here. The Killjoy dropping it, and there goes the spike. 2 kills for Vitinho up on that jet. 3 versus 3 now, as the lockdown has timed out. Spike did get planted. It's fairly open towards A main. Those stars need to be good, and underneath, it's Meadow in hell. As Dino pushes through with the judge. There we go, looking for more. Swings out wide, gets the range, but can't quite land the spray. The shot's not there, and Vodafone Giants rest it back in their control. A 9th on the board. And it's just not going to work yet. And the retake just slowing down for NAVI. They block off A main. And I think I kind of like this one. They have control over a position that's been historically pretty hard for them to deal with on these pushes, but Vodafone Giants don't let it slip. Meadow with 2 and a 3rd as well. They hold out. The crossfire is strong, and Vodafone Giants nailed the 11th. Landing pretty significantly over towards the Vodafone Giants as well, but now they can start to cinch this one in. Wrap it around and try and tie it up in a pretty old bow as David P and Hoodie find the shots they're looking for. And another to boot. Cloud gets 1. Now it's 4 versus 4. Vodafone Giants move over towards the A, try and drop down towards Dino, who's holding, spots the shots and gets 1. Hoodie able to trade it, but Dinks is there, further deeper into hell and gets a 3rd on the round. Flicks for another one, but it can't quite come off. Coutinho now with the spike, 25 seconds to play with, needs another pick here, but can't quite get it done. And NAVI answer back. They hold out the map for now.
30 seconds left.
We'll be starting to push on through the cyber cage, and NAVI find 2 to kick things off. Looking for another, but Meadow shuts it down. SSK trades off, and now 2 players left for Vodafone Giants. Meadow not done. Controlling the high ground as well. Tries to fake for the spike plant. There comes the Hunter's Fury, and it's going to delay things even further. They don't have time. They need to stick it. There's just not enough.
1 enemy remaining.
And the Vodafone Giants are going to let it slip. Meadow with a 4K on the round, but it is not enough. You played a little bit close to the wire, but in comes the Hunter's Fury. They invest it early. Tactical timeout. Strats discussed. And they're going to clear out the site, move through. But the first kill goes the way of SSK. That's not what they wanted to see. Vitinho evens the scoreline. Moves in with the knives and can't quite get it done. Another 2, a 3rd as well. Arch able to rack them up. And NAVI shut down Vodafone Giants' chance. Move forwards into this? Are you crazy? The Vodafone Giants are going to try and take out the lockdown, and it's not going to get destroyed. Not yet. Oh, finally able to swing on it, and Hoodie gets a kill, but 13 seconds, and NAVI find 2. NAVI staying alive as SSK lands the shot. 8 seconds and counting. Now 2 versus 2, but is there time? 5 seconds and ticking. You need to nail it, and with that final kill, that's all they needed to do. Cloud racks up a 3rd for good style. Moving on up, Hoodie. Oh, this is brutal. If he swings at the right time, oh, doesn't quite get the shots. Looks for the spray. The lineup's good. Hoodie with 2. They knew he was there, and they still couldn't do anything about it. Only 1 left, and it's a triple kill. 1 versus 3. Vodafone Giants hold out on B on their defense. David P with the last one, and 13 and 12 once again. The Killjoy turret is down. Gonna get spotted out by the drone, spraying out, controlling these corners, controlling these angles, but the time, it's ticking down. SSK tries to move forwards for NAVI, but he's getting slowed. Dinks finds 1, tries to flick for the 2nd spray. David P lands 2, and the 3rd, it's all Meadow. And he will be running through fields of wheat to victory there.
Having this kind of idea, why is it so important that those guys talk about individual decisions where a player might die of a minor thing against, I think, a 4 spy of NAVI? And it was actually a dash on the side happening from Vodafone Giants.
Strategy coming in through, especially from a slower team like NAVI. And they are going to start to mount their retake. They've already lost a player, though. Meadow traded off. Vodafone Giants starting to fall. They are going to trade 1, but it's just going nowhere near where they want it to go. And NAVI moving in. Ambi last to face, but there's 3. He jumps around the corner and bites off way more than he can chew. Good retake coming through from NAVI.
Yep, nice start to the round. Let's not forget, of course, though, that, of course, NAVI won the pistols on Ascent, too. So he's carrying the Phantom into this round.
Seems to be the meta in this matchup, the 4 spy into the 2nd round, but NAVI have a no part in it. They will take their leave from this one as a 4K from SSK to close it down. Really nice hold over on the A. 3 kills coming in for Cloud as he rallies in from Connector, moves through the Hawks around the edge, and there's depression across the board as NAVI gonna roll it on up, and it's an ace for Clouds to be able to take round number 3. The Bulldog bites back.
Who needs SSK when Cloud can just pick it all up, right? No, it's been some really, really nice defending rounds here from NAVI so far. Again, we can attribute...
Do they check SSK's position? I think they just took down the Owl drone there. 1 for 1 so far, and it's not ideal right now for NAVI to be playing in these spots. Dino able to escape from the purview of the Bolt, but not from the Seekers. In the meantime, though, NAVI rally and cry. And then around the corner, the Vodafone Giants continue to frag. Goodness me. And Meadow's just afraid to cross. Gets across, pretty much unscathed, though. And they get the spike.
Spike planted.
Now it's just Dings. He's got to deal with this post plant. And
Chin
with
shot.
not much information either. Not much life. Finally, shut down one of them as they try to move on in. They need to get this retake. The kill from David P from behind, but the trades are coming in. Puts it in a 2 versus 2.
Dino with a 180 skull clicker. That's going to be felt in the morning. Gets another one as well on the swivel. Picks up the Phantom, and now it's just Meadow. Trying to play for this retake, and they're not giving it away. Meadow tries to control it, but the Vodafone Giants lose control, and Dino should be able to stick this defuse. There's plenty of time left. I say plenty, less than a second, but we'll try and block some of the shots from the operator, but David P on the back lines, they'll know about it. There's a Seeker there, so they start to push on forwards with the Empress. There's a lot invested actually coming through. Cloud isn't controlling the angle, and it's a clean 6 and 6 in the last round and a half.
Blinded.
Guiding light, so Hoodie knows that there's someone nearby. Gets SSK. He doesn't quite know where Arch is at the end. So, yeah, Navi. There's finally the one that's going down. The Owl drone coming in from Ambi is going to tag that out. Finally, the wall does go up, but not before Arch can actually be killed.
One enemy remaining.
Oh, goodness me. SSK, look at her. Maybe even go down here as well. The Bulldog's good. They pick it up off a body. And it's the Thrifty coming on through for the Vodafone Giants. I'm not sure if it's technically Thrifty, but it certainly wasn't thereby. There we go. I do get confirmed on that one. 7 and 7. They come back in round number 2. There's the dart back into the Cloudburst. Excellent use of cover there, but there's not too much time left in the day. 2 players left standing, and it's Clouds who's on a big flank. Able to hold it down. Meadow taps it on out, goes for the challenge, will find one, looks for more around the side with the classic, but can't land the shot, and has to fade away. Na'Vi chime back in, 8 to 7. Puts him away. I'll have to wait for it. Nade. Snipe will not be able to land. Cloud lands the headshot instead. It's traded. The Na'Vi come out on top. 3 versus 3 now. Overall, and quicker on the draw. It's Cloud yet again. Starting to pop off. Seekers now invested after coming online. The spray downs are good, and Cloud will finally fall to the snake bite. Ambi gets another. And now it's 1 versus 2 for Arch. We said he needed to step up a little bit more. Spots the Viper, and will be able to shut down the Viper pit. Did get tapped. Oh, and the stop on the defuse there is crucial. Gives the game away. The footsteps, but Arch steps up. And big time as well. Na'Vi up to 11. 7 to 11. Really dicey scoreline to be sure. And with another kill going over, but Meadow racks up 2 more. 13 HP's not going to be enough, though, when you swing on that. The Vandal lands the headshot, and it wouldn't even mattered if you had full.
Oh, they're going to start making their initiation here onto B, led by the Hawks, but it's David P to get that opening kill as he backs off into the site.
I know exactly where.
Taken on down, 2 players already falling. Meadow doing so much work, trying to keep this one going. I mean, I said maybe the Killjoy isn't the best pick, but the guy playing it is pretty good as well. You have to be worried. 2 players now standing for Na'Vi, trying to boot their way up to the B site, but Dinks moving through. 3 bullets left in the magazine, so needing to land those headshots. Only 13 seconds. Slow for Na'Vi as ever, but
10
With
seconds
just 12
left.
seconds left, they will be starting to go for it. A lovely little headshot there coming through. Dino finds another, and now it's just Vitinho. Has a Vandal himself, trying to move around the side. I think they know he's onto site. And now into a 1 versus 1. Vitinho low, and the spray goes the way of Dinks to bring Na'Vi to a 13-7. And we're
Both skies showed up here, right? We had big skies in this service. So, Lothar, you want to give me a bit of a breakdown of this one?
Are excelling at their own stats because they can play for themselves as well, which is something that they couldn't play before.
As the engagement on ramps goes the way of Cloud, and they're getting ever closer to actually moving on in, but Vitinho, he doesn't want that to happen.
Last player standing.
traded off though. Arch able to find another, and Vitinho is low, 14 HP. They know his location, they know where he is, and the retake is good. Na'Vi come thundering back to A and reclaim what was once theirs. 1-0 to start things off.
Nice start there for Na'Vi. Using what they can just to ensure that all of these corners are accounted for, and that means that they can both hop down together. Start to encroach. There's the first kill.
Finds a second as well. 1 versus 1, and SSK able to clutch it down as well. Na'Vi 2 versus 3 on the second. Get the retake of Vodafone Giants. It felt like that was theirs, but instead they turn around and just chuck it to the wayside.
There's the first kill. There's the second. That's all it took for Na'Vi to put their third round on the board. Looking really clean. Well, actually, the alarm bot didn't go off, and now Dinks versus Meadow here. It goes the way of Dinks. Somewhat scrappy fight over ropes there. 2 versus 2. Now Na'Vi, they've got to prove how their retake's going to be here. So far, it's starting off pretty good.
3 for Ambi on the round. Tailwind away. Dinks is low. It's dangerous already. 4 on the round. And Ambi able to get it done. A win on the cards for Vodafone Giants. And there's the neural theft as well. They'll know where the defense is. They can make their plan. Oh, a beautiful wall to stop Cloud from getting anything done. Finds it. Nonetheless, Ambi goes down to it. It's a 2-for-2 trade. There's not a lot of time left.
Get the showstopper off there, but it was a really nice rotation that was done by Giants, to be honest. You know, the way they came back up through mid and backed off a little bit, but decided to return back to A. You know, the only thing that was really deterring them from making that push in through A heaven was an alarm bot, and when you've got your comrades by your side, you don't really need to worry about something. I mean, this could be a very effective pincer technique here. Even if he just gets one, but he doesn't even need to. It's Hoodie who clears them all up.
Vodafone Giants with the retake looking to try and put pressure on. Both players can sit at the back of the site, but Vitinho's holding strong. Arch trades, and Arch gets 2 as well. Breaks the trap wire. Dino goes down to Meadow in the meantime, and Arch now last standing. David P's flank finally comes to bear, and there's really nothing doing here for Vodafone Giants. They're trying to move through, but they're only going to be able to get a couple kills if that. Cloud finds yet another headshot in the game, and David P drops the dark cover, trying to hold on to the gun. Gets the spray at range, but it's traded off. SSK closes down the round, and Na'Vi pick up a 4th. Stymie the flow of players towards the site, but the spike already getting invested. Traded off, 1 for 1. Ambi gets another, and David P doubles up towards the spawn. And now it's just Cloud who gets taken apart. Vodafone Giants. Oh, they want to see an ankle. They want to see a toe. They're not stepping out, not one jot. Trading back and forth again. Hoodie checks the angle, but this time Dino's ready and waiting. Drops back in. There's a teammate at his back as well. 32 HP as Meadow finds 1, 2. Now lines up for the last. SSK, last standing for the defense. Na'Vi on their last legs in this round and in this half as well. It's 8-4 Vodafone Giants.
Spike down. You've got a little bit of utility for both of these 2 defending players, but just 4 HP if you're Vitinho.
1 enemy remaining.
Pretty low though. David P from up on top will be able to find 1. Dinks shuts it down with a triple kill. So no paint shell to be spoken of for the rest of it. David P swings though on the blind target. Gets 1, and Ambi trades again. 3 versus 3 now as more shots echo with the Sheriffs. And once more we go 1 for 1. But overall, Na'Vi come out on top of the trades. Hoodie now last standing. I don't think they know that he's managed to sneak his way all the way around here, covering the rest of the site, and they've got to be worried. SSK though covering towards the garage is going to double cover towards the flank as well.
A real buy. Got a Spectre in there.
Whoa, okay, Cloud Wasting no time in the round going down as Fatinho lines them up. David P with one as well. Only SSK able to answer. In the meantime, goodness me, I think that was protection from the robot there. Gonna be good as Ambi finds SSK. Dino last to go in and will go down last as well. 9 rounds now found for the Vodafone Giants as they answer back in round number 3 of the half. Getting some intel. They saw the early wall and they played it like that. An unfortunate blast pack for Cloud means that he slowed down a little bit, but Hoodie's in danger. Needs to be worried. David P around the side as NAVI lose a player, but 2 are answered back and it's traded evenly across it. Meadow goes slow and can't quite find that frag. 2 players left now standing for the Vodafone Giants, and NAVI, a crucial round to find. Can't quite close it just now, but the spike getting planted needs to be delayed. Will come out with the knives. Swinging is going to get planted. Goes up on high. Swings for it, but can't quite get the kill. Dino.
All right, the lockdown's going to be put down over in Garage. It's not going to stop David P from getting it from behind. He can't quite shut down the lockdown, though.
Not quite, and that's going to allow the B Heaven push to come through from the Spike carrier. The Raze and the Sage, but it's going to get spotted out in the crossfire. Spike now in control of the defense. 2 players left standing and only 1 for NAVI. 14 seconds on the clock. It's a tall order, and there comes the showstopper to put an end to proceedings. NAVI go down, and Vodafone Giants 11-7. They
Defenders have really firm control here of both sites. They have to invest the Cosmic Divide, the attackers, to try and hold back some scrap of defense that they can. And even though they get 1 kill, there's another for SSK, but they keep being traded.
Fatinho just answering from heaven, trying to play around this Cosmic Divide as well. Finally swings out, Cloud gets it. Ambi with the operator against Cloud, the last standing for NAVI. They're down and out in terms of money. They're going to be destitute after this one. Ambi around the corner, turns out the pistol, and Ambi wins the duel. It's 12-7 for Vodafone Giants, and they are on the precipice here. As NAVI try and hold on to it. They want to peek out towards screen, slow things down just a little bit, but it's not going to find the damage. Hoodie gets 1. They mount up for more, but the rest is invested as well as Cloud gets the spray. Finds 4 on the round. It could be an ace to close this down, but Meadow going to be the last to face, and there's no time left in the day. Out wide, it's Dino, and he's looking for more. Will fall down to the spike, but it's not going to matter. NAVI stay alive in the 11th hour. But they might try and move as a wrecking ball. Move down the ramps. 2 players trying to swing. Only a Sheriff in the hands of Hoodie. Cloud playing close. Gets spotted and a headshot lands. Beautiful start for Vodafone Giants, and they leave them with 1. Dino goes down, and it's Meadow to close it out. It's NAVI taking a tumble, and the Vodafone Giants come back for the retake. It's the game. It's the match. And it's NAVI getting eliminated. Vodafone Giants stay alive in the lower bracket. Here, the VCT.